See, first memories at Danbury was my dad unloading his cars behind the canvas at the junkyard.
We had the race car used to be in back of a green curtain here.
And there was a don't go in there for customers.
Nobody was allowed to go in there.
And my mom had it so there was kids night. One was girls and one was boys. So me and my brother would be able to go on boys night, and my sisters could go on girls night.
This was the room. We had one car mainly all the time, but sometimes we built a race car. It was a Mustang II that I wanted to go to open tracks.
I got one of the signs from the admissions that tell you how much you got to pay to get your tickets, and they didn't have guys and girls night, so I had to call BS on my mom when I got a little older.
Randy had his car in against the wall.
But it was amazing how people lined up and they ran to their seats. When they opened the gates, we all ran to the seats, put our blankets out. No, we all sat in the same seats.
When I went to Trenton, I set 6th fastest time with a 351 cubic inch motor. Everybody at that time were running big blocks, Chevrolet, and that turned Jeff Bodine building 350s. And that's when the small block came back into existing on the asphalt. My
early memories was watching my dad and watching some great race car drivers. Not only my dad, but Jimmy Smith and Kenny Webb, and then you had Gino, and you had Chick, and you had Fauché, and you had the Funks, and I mean, I still have all the Racearena reviews, the Pierces. It was simply amazing the amount of talent that was there.
This was, I think, the last year where Rip Patchen won the championship, and then my son Randy won it too.
I still say to this day, Danbury was one of the best racetracks in the country. You could run as fast on the outside as you could on the inside.
You had to do everything in 20 laps, and the rules were all the same for all the cars. The only way you had to do was drive hard from the first drop of the green to the end. I got into a lot of accidents, but I won a lot of races too. I used to run flat out as many times as I could.
You know, Danbury definitely set the foundation to everything I've done. You know, whether it's going north to the NASCAR North Circuit, coming south to the Southern Grand National Circuit. You know, Danbury still plays a huge role. Danbury was a facility that made you learn how to race because you didn't always start in front.
I'm LaJoie. I'm the grandson of 5-time Danbury championship winner Don LaJoie, and son of, I don't know, 2 or 3-time SK, I guess, winner Randy LaJoie. So obviously Danbury Fairgrounds had a big impact on where we're standing here in Dad's shop, where it was a blessing and a curse that Danbury shut down because that kind of forced Dad to move south and pursue his career.
And it was nothing but a good time. And it's sad. If it didn't go away, I would probably still be there. So that's on something I look at it as like, I hated that it closed, but I would never achieved what I have achieved if it stayed open.
Made pretty well for himself, but you know, it was pretty cool to watch all the videos and see the old Danbury Race Arena reviews and you know, Grandpa's old modifieds, because that was, you know, where you really could go to the junkyard and grab you a car and go to the racetrack. It was pretty cool to see some of the ingenuity my grandpa came up with and how successful he was during that time.
This is pictures of the 3rd generation. This car here I was the first one to come out with independent front suspension, torsion bars, and I had trailer bars in the rear. And it was 3-link, 4-link. I played with every type of suspension to innovate. There was nobody to copy, but I was given that blessed from what my father used to innovate on his own here in the business. and he gave me a lot.
You know, my grandpa still calls me up every week to see what I can do to make my cup car go a little faster, but unfortunately it's not quite how it was. We can't go to the junkyard and cut off a right front upper and make our car go a little faster, but you know, he's still my biggest fan and one of my biggest supporters.
The good old days.